Okay, waiting for Bach to play. Waiting for both of them to play. I don't think they started yet. Make sure I got the right Bach. Benjamin Bach. Oh, he is playing. What? That's weird. It says he's playing now. But somehow, for some reason, I couldn't watch it. That's strange. I don't know what happened, but we're live. He's playing now. Yeah, I had to, that was crazy, guys. I was like, it looks like they're playing. Okay, we got it. Okay, let's see what happened here. So, in the beginning of the game, so this is, we got, as you see on the screen, Benjamin Bach versus Narayan Venkatesh. Here we go. At the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship, guys, we are here and live. Here we go. This is the quarterfinals. The quarterfinals is already here. We had one. Unfortunately, we had a forfeit, but he messaged us later and tell him that, he has, basically schoolwork and was not able to get to it. But at the end of the day, we have to keep moving. We're still going here. Benjamin Bach versus Narayan Venkatesh. They both won their first match to make it here to the quarterfinals. Let's see what happened in this game. Benjamin Bach with white as the highest rated player and plays white. Knight of 3, d5. He went g3, bishop g2. Castles in c4. Bach plays these type of positions all the time. Starter takes. Now, Bach having the bishop pair is always a nice thing when they have the bishop pair. He said, my bishop doesn't belong here, so he backs it up. Then he goes knight to c3. Bishop to f4, really strong. Just developing. He says, you know what, I don't want you to take, so I'll bring the bishop back to d2, rook to c8, or rook c1. Very quiet game so far. After queen e7, it's now time to figure out what you want to do. I was just going to say queen a4 seems like a move. Just to develop the queen. Maybe you have rook e1 in some cases. a6 from Narayan, and I think he's actually playing at a very good pace, to say the least. I think he's playing at a very, very good pace. Narayan, that is. So, seems good. Let me move this one sec, guys. Okay. What's up, chat? How we doing? Where'd the little thing go? How's everybody doing? Who's in chat? Say hello. Say hello if you're in chat. I have to plug my phone up. Looking sharp, Canty. Cody! What's up, Cody? Cody. What's up, big Cody? What's good, bro? Hey, Cody, check this out, dude. They're giving out free bottles right now. We're getting free bottles for the Mental Athlete Chess Championship. This is pretty sharp stuff. You already are locked in, so I promise you this to get you locked in even more. It's a free, you get a free bottle. I don't know how many they're giving out for free, but get a free one. And let me know how you like it, bro. Especially the ingredients on it are all natural. We got a scientist coming on later on talking about it. With Sage Extra, also we have L-theanine in it and Cognizant, which is all for the brain. Really, really nice stuff. Louisa Grace, hey Canty, what's up, girl? Hey, what's good? That's the wife chat. That's the wife is in chat. Wife is in chat. Alert. Gizmeister Flex a lot with the hydrate. Appreciate it. Gotta stay hydrated, boys and girls. Gizmeister Flex a lot Let's go. Oh, check it out. Nice, Cody. Appreciate it. Let's go. So what happened here is so far Queen A4, A6 happened, and then E3. Very quiet game. I know Bach for being an incredible Catalan or Finketel type of bishop player, where he loves these type of positions with the bishops like this and like Queen A4 and like all of this type of setup. I'm more of an aggressive player, so this bores me. This is so boring, but it's nice to see the type of play and what Bach, as he's waiting for a mistake in a way. He also has the bishop pair, so he's just trying to improve his position a little bit by little bit, waiting for Black to make some moves here. But Bach is on the move. In fact, and the last few moves here was 95, attacking a pawn. He goes queen to b3 with some ideas of like 95 after knight takes d3, queen d7, and here is the live position. He's saying, what do I do about this pawn? He really doesn't want to play knight c4. So Bach is really in the think tank here. Maybe he goes 92. Not a move he wants to play. Bach in the think tank. Bach thinking. Bach thinking. This is the first round of the quarterfinals. First round of the second match. Not first. This is second match. Quarterfinals. Quarterfinals. All right, yeah, he went queen c2, which I thought was the more natural move. b4 is the threat. Maybe a3. He plays queen b1. So he's going this route. b4, 92. Rook takes, and yeah, I'm just not a fan of these type of positions. I think white maybe has a slight edge because the pawns could be overextended and you have the bishop pair, but black is doing just fine. Pieces are developed, rooks are connected. No problems here. Benjamin Bach down a little bit of time. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Okay, rook c7, maybe rook d1. Just to get off this whole file. There it is. He went 92 though. 92, initiating the trade. And he's saying, I'll go to an endgame with the bishops. Maybe do rook takes and then bring the other over. Not at all. He plays h3. I mean, what a quiet game. What a quiet game. Yeah, h3 is the last move I'll be playing. I'm honest here. Takes, maybe rook takes. Okay, there it is. Take with the knight or the bishop. Takes with the knight. And here we go. Just an in-game, boys and girls. It's just a pure, good old-fashioned in-game, but okay. In-game. Queen c7, and not really eyeing this at all, but what he's doing is just staying on the file, not allowing queen c2 to happen. Knight to b3, I thought this would be a move with knight a5 or even bishop a5 type intentions. Bishop c3 is also a move too as well, just trying to improve. This may come down to the wire of the time, meaning when time gets lower, as it is starting to get more even here, when the time gets lower, things will happen. As time gets lower, things do happen. Things get kind of crazy, so let's see what happens. Nice game, though, from Vintakesh Naranja, who's been playing incredibly well, I think. No blunders, nothing crazy. Just, maneuvering his pieces. Moving a knight back to d7, maybe a reroute to c5. I really don't want to play an in-game, two bishops. Yeah, he's like, yo, trade him off. I really don't want to play an in-game with the two bishops, against the two bishops. But not that he doesn't have a choice, but that's kind of where it's headed. The two bishops, a Catalan type of in-game. We can even maybe walk the king up this way. Maybe I'll go d4 now. I really don't want to give up the c4 square, though. Maybe he's looking at stuff like knight a4. Could be a b3, but that knight is absolutely horrendous there. Maybe a d4. Maybe again, king f1 over to e2. King f1, going to e2. Black, on the other hand, maybe should probably do something like this. Get the king close enough to do so. Waiting moves are cool too as well, but the king safety or king placement, that is, when you are in games is one of the most important things ever. He goes h5, maybe g6 too as well. One of the most important things you can do is make sure you know what to do with your king placement. So let's see where he goes. King e2, very possible next. f4. A little expansion in the center. Or, you know, here. King f8 over to e7, all happening. Bishop f3 doesn't really attack this pawn. Would love to go e4, but under control by the knights. Really good game from Narayan Venkatesh here. Just in an in-game. No blunders, no problems yet. For either side, doing great on time too as well. I think Narayan has done a great job here. g4, that's a good move with a little bit of space and expansion. Ideas like g5 and then e4 come to mind. This bishop defends the f4 pawn. So after a g5 happens and the knight moves, e4 could try to push black back just a little bit and create some problems. We are in a pure in-game here. This is just maneuvering and expansion. Move your pawns, move your pieces, try to get something going. Knight d7, he's not going to wait around for the tempo. e4 could easily be played, but probably easily parried too with something like maybe knight to b6, or maybe even capturing. These pawns only look scary. Hey, that's probably the best. I would think the same thing, because after pawn takes, then maybe something like knight to d3. Try to trade and again go to a position where I have the two bishops. This is something I might want to do. Bharat, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. We're at the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship. We are in the quarterfinals. We are in the quarterfinals. So yeah, knight d3. Big move. I think this is good when it comes to looking for more trades. This is no increment though. So as time gets lower, crazy stuff can happen. Yes, a standoff here. But white has two bishops versus black having bishop and knight. Knight to d3, very, very possible, very likely. The knight is such a bad piece here on c1. Knight b3 is terrible for the pawn structure. Knight d3 doesn't mean it's forcing a trade, because black doesn't have to take. But when we end up capturing, you know, I think it's very level, even though it's two bishops versus generally could be a bishop and a knight type of a position we reach after knight d3 and it captures. Bach down some time. He goes bishop e3. e5 played quite quickly. Maybe f5. Played maybe g5. Lock it up. And we might have ourselves first game draw here. Where Narayan Venkatesh playing a very, very, very good game. It's going to be hard to lose this, I believe. It is possible, but I think it's going to be hard to. This move was really nice, even though it kind of looks weird. Why is he backing up? Well, the king kind of wanted to go here. That's not possible anymore. Now he's trying to trade the bishops off. He said, no, okay, cool. Maybe bring the knight around to d3, try to grab one of the bishops or the other bishop. Maybe he'll go this route. Looks like he wants to go this route with the knight. Bach playing a little bit faster here, but look at the lockdown of the pawn structure over here. Everything's locked up and locked down. Knight c3 and knight d5. Knight b6 though. There it is. Knight d5 anyway will be captured with a check, but there'll be no progress getting through. Everything's locked up. Kind of playing just on the clock here, both of them. When Benjamin Bach down just some seconds. Someone offered a draw. And then Bach declined it. So it looks like Narayan offered a draw. Said, hey bro, you want to draw? Bach said, draw what? And kept playing on. But Bach is getting dangerously low on time. I will say that. The reason why I say dangerously... Wait, Oh, okay. No, he's okay. I was gonna say, but also knight d4 is a really strong move. King d3. He plays bishop e2 instead. Check. King d3. He went king d1. No problems there. There's a pawn hanging over here. So he said, I'll take that bishop. Now we really are draw-like. Yeah, after a5, there's kind of nothing. There's really nothing. It would be best for Bach to try to make a draw here. He's probably just going to go back and forth and take a draw in the first game with white. Naranyan played an incredible game. I think this is going to be a draw. Yeah, there it is. Make him earn it, says Gizmeister Flex says. Make him earn it! And it seems like he earned it there. That was a nice draw there. And Naranyan, good job with a draw. Bach wipes his face and says, okay, I got to lock in. I got to be a little bit better there. And we're going to add in Caleb.
Can you hear me?
Yep. What's up, Caleb?
All right. Am I on the stream?
Yep.
So, James, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna share a bit about my experience with taking mental athlete. Shall I go for it?
Sure. Let me actually. Okay, cool. They can't hear us. Cool. So let me add you. Oh, there you are. Perfect. And then I'm going to cut up the camera for Bach a little bit. Bach's camera is just a little bit off. Okay, cool. Perfect. So, yeah, Caleb, tell them a little bit about who you are and the product, how it worked for you, and then we'll go from there.
All right. So before I even show you guys the product, I'll introduce who I am.
Okay.
So I'm Caleb Klenoff. I started this with my father, who's worked in the nutraceutical space quite a bit. I know some pretty important people, and I've been playing chess ever since I was 6 years old. I'm almost a FIDE master now, and I want to share with you guys the monumental leap I made this summer when Mental Athlete really just came off the shelf. So the product is right here. It's a nutritional supplement. And so my story kind of goes like this. So I really, when I was about 11 years old, that's when COVID hit, and I stopped playing for about 3 to 4 years because I lost interest. I came back at about 15, and really from 15 to 17, I had just plateaued. I was working hard in tournaments, and I still have a grandmaster coach, but wasn't making progress. Come this summer, go early June, really late June, 2060 FIDE, and come the end of the summer, August 1st, I reached 2230. So it went up 170 points. So the first game I used this product in was in late June, and I had just woken up for my morning round. I'd gotten to bed the previous night at like 1 a.m. I'm up at 9:45. I'm super groggy, and the product is right here. It's the first time. So I took it, and within about 20 minutes, I instantly felt a shocking boost. I was invigorated and I was focused, and that mind fog that you get in the morning when you just wake up, it really wasn't there for me. So while there's also evening fatigue, for me personally, the fatigue comes mostly in the morning. And this product really helped me there. So just to quantify it, it's not like every single game you're gonna take this and become Superman. But in the games where you're feeling fatigued, it will really help. So let's say that's 1/4 of your games. And for me, let's say I'm playing an international master. If I lose 6 points. If I draw, I gain 14. Right? That's 20 points. And I played about 40 games this summer. So out of those 40, 10 games times 20, that's 200 points. And that was really the story of the summer. It was in those critical games where I held on for a draw or squeezed out an extra point, happened many times, that I really felt the effects kicking in. So I won't get into much into the science here because after this game finishes, we're gonna have a scientist actually come on who has worked with like the top brands in the nutraceutical space to talk a bit about the science. But what I will tell you is that there are three ingredients: one for immediate short-term focus boost like that. It's not caffeine, it's something else called Sage Extra. One that's for long-term memory, and one that promotes calm. And the one thing I want to leave you with is that we are selling you results. ELO, rating, however you want to quantify it or put it, this product delivers results. And it really transformed my chess career from, just another guy who was good to now going for possibly the higher titles. So there it is, James.
That's very nice, and that's good to hear because we're all chess players here that want to get better. And are you saying that this product here will tremendously help me and other chess players get better because it's worked for you?
It will. And that leads into the best part about this, and that's that, guys, this is free right now using James' link. What I don't want to do is introduce a product to a new audience who's never heard of this. In fact, I'd never heard of this stuff up until like a year or two ago. So I'm not going to ask you guys to spend money on it. I want you to try it. So if you buy it, you're going on a monthly subscription, which you can cancel at any time without even spending $1. You can cancel it the second it gets to your house if you don't like it. But if you like it, send us an email. Let us know what you think. If you don't, do that too. But I really want to give the entire community the chance, without making any commitment, to try this and see how it affects them.
Lastly, for someone that's skeptical right now watching, what would you say to them directly about the product? And for them, because they want to know, how is it going to benefit them? How is it going to benefit me, Caleb? I heard it for you, but how does it work for me?
I would say that this product has three main ingredients, all backed by double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials. There's tons of science. Again, a scientist is going to come on soon, but it's not like those trials. Like, let's say you're at home and you're like 30 and you're like, well, I'm doing fine mentally. These studies were not on people who were 65 and older, who were like on the verge of Alzheimer's. These were on people starting at age 12 that they conducted these studies. It really helps everyone, and I urge you to do your own research, but there's no reason for you guys not to try it. You're not spending $1. So I think if you want to take your game seriously, especially if you feel like you've plateaued, this is the move.
Perfect. Sounds great. Heard it from Caleb himself, guys. I know a lot of you have already ordered. If you haven't, definitely get your free bottle right there in chat. Thanks for the follow, Yo and Wadashu. Thanks for the follows there. Get your free bottles, as I don't know how long it's going to be free for you guys. So, of course, check it right there. Got my product on hand. Took mine right before we started the stream. My second dose for the day. Good to go. So, all right, Caleb, we'll see you. Thanks for calling, and thanks for calling in and hanging with us for a little bit as we get back to the chess here and bring the scientists on after the second game to talk more today with Jacqueline, who we've had before. So it's nice talking to her.
All right, guys. Sweet. And if you have any questions, she is the person to ask. So type them in the chat, and she'll try and hit every single one of them. See ya.
See ya. All right, guys. That was Caleb, who had an incredible story here, as he went up like 200 points in the span of like a month and a half or something crazy, guys, like 2 months or whatever, by having that clear focus and sharpness while taking the product. Obviously, he's working behind the scenes too on his chess, but then you have something that works for your brain. That's like insane. For me, my personal story, guys, I love taking the product. I trade too as well, so I'm a trader in the futures market. I trade every day, very profitable trader. It took me a long time to get there. But I'm just so profitable now, and I'm more focused, like and calm while doing it. Because lots of times when you're placing trains, there's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of just stress, and that you feel when you're playing a chess game. Some of the same emotions when you're trading is the same as when I'm playing chess. And I know L-theanine, which helped. I didn't know this until one of the scientists came on, talked about the calmness effect, where I'm like locked in and focused, but calm in stressful situations. I think for me, that's one of the biggest things I like about the product is, I'm always in stressful situations, quotation marks, like even when I was boxing. In the chess boxing, I am a world champion, just so y'all know. I am a world champ. But that's a stressful situation too when someone's throwing punches at your face. And not that I was calm, but I was very sharp and I was very alert and focused. And of course, calmer than I would be generally. But I did take the product before, so before each boxing match too as well. I highly recommend it, guys. Check it out yourself. You'll get a bottle for free here by using my code in chat. Check that out. Click the link. Salute, big fella. What's up, King Me? What's going on? Ryan Collect Soccer. What's going on, dude? Thanks for the water. Is that Ryan? Or is that another Ryan? Is that one of the Ryans we have? Which Ryan is this? Did you change your name, Ryan? Or is this another Ryan? It is. There he is. What's up, Ryan? What's going on, man? Long lost Ryan. Yeah. I texted your mom the other day. I was like, yo, what's up, Ryan? Where's he at? What's going on? I think she said to hit you up, actually, or to text you or something. To see if you wanted to get back into the chess. I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, well, what's his number? And so she didn't get back to me. But, yeah, tell your mom if you want to get back, bro. You want to get back. What's up, Ryan? Hope all is well. What's going on, dude? We have a lot going on. I've been busy. Just starting to play again. Fire. Sweet, man. Sweet, dude. Let's get to it then. Let's get to it, bro. A lot has changed. I've gotten stronger myself. And now we have a big tournament here. We have a big tournament. Today, in the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship, this is the quarterfinals. And, of course, Vintakesh there is smiling. He's like, oh, how did I do that? He lost in exchange. Queen's Gambit decline, what this was from the beginning. Let's actually see how he played it. Yep. Queen's Gambit decline, exchange variation, this type of stuff. Yep, Bishop E7, castles. This is all normal stuff. Very normal. Very normal. Bach played this brilliantly. 95. And Bach's winning. Now he's up in exchange. Bach's going to win in exchange here. Because if the rook moves, then queen f2 is going to go right into mate. So he said, what I'll do, I'll just take the rook now. He says, go Bach, says King Me. Go Bach. Bach's that dude. Bach is that dude. Yeah, Bach is very strong, as we know. Shout out to Bach. Yes, sir. But he's winning now in a Queen's Gambit decline, which is World Championship type of opening, as they say. After this game, though, we will have a scientist, Jacqueline Jacques, coming on. Talking about more about the product and ingredients that are in it. I'm up in exchange here, though. I'm playing, if I'm Bach here, I'm just trying to close up shop, make it quite easy. Obviously, it's still work to be done, but he is up in exchange. That is a strong move, quite annoying. Maybe something like knight c7 is what he wants. You could go rook c1. You could definitely go rook c1, and he goes for it. There it is. When's your next tournament, Jedi? I'm trying to do a U.S. Masters, which is like end of November or something. I got to check this calendar, but yeah, I'm trying to do that one. I will be using my product. I will be every round. Y'all going to see me. I'll probably have it right there at the board. No, I don't want that. I don't want. That's gonna be a no. You're like, hey, what is that? Can I have one? No, you can't. No, bro.
Bruh.
My opponent asked. No, get your own. You can't have any of mine. I don't want to give you any kind of edge, but I will be. I'll be thinking about it before every game. going to be nice. U.S. Masters, strongest tournament of the year. And that is, for me, my greatest tournament ever. I think was in 2022 in that same tournament where I played 4 GMs over the board. Only lost to one of them. It was an incredible tournament for me. I was so close to norming. I didn't, unfortunately, but I was very close to norming. Ooh, Rook A1 is a strong move here. It's a cool move, but it doesn't really work. I guess you can go King G2. I haven't played a game in so long that I get like 20 points for winning. Yeah, that's fun. That's very fun. You know, when you get those high points just for a win. Yeah, so you want to come back strong then. You want to definitely come back strong, you know, and win like 2-3 games in a row. So you get like 100 points off three games. Block thinking here. Very likely. Queen takes B5. Ooh, nice move. He was trying to figure out how is he going to get this knight to E2. And look at Vintakesh smiling there like, what a game. What a move. I was figuring out, like, how is he going to do it? Queen takes B5. If knight takes B5, there's knight E2. That's very nice. And if queen takes C1, he takes the B6 pawn, which is cleanly winning with a pass pawn. Very strong play here. Vintakesh, you can see here, Narayan is just like, wow, incredible stuff here. Queen's Gambit decline, which is a very, very strong opening play by top players, played by everyone. In fact, they call it a World Championship opening. And Bach was here able to get a winning position up a whole exchange here and having an extra pawn. This should be quite easy here. Quite easy. Quite easy. Bach getting a draw with white in the first round. Vintakesh playing very good. But this game is going to be Bach's, where it would be a must-win situation for Narayan. But it will be a short break here as we are going to bring on the scientist, Jacqueline. Actually, you know what? Let me send her. This is about to be over soon. So I almost forgot. I need to send her the link to the Zoom call. Wait, what happened? I messed that up, guys? I definitely messed that up. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Let me do that again. There we go. I don't know what happened there, but let's not do that again. So let's go back over here and send this over to Jacqueline. Okay. What's up, Op? Thanks for the follow. He said, Carol Khan strikes again. What? Carol Khan? What are you talking about, King Me? Are you talking about this game? I know you're not talking about this game, King Me. I know you are not calling this a Carol Khan. You can't be, right? You have to be kidding. Yeah, looks like gone running back. Running back. This is a Queen's Gambit decline here. King Me. Queen's Gambit declined. But I can understand the Carol Khan, you know, structure you're looking for. My bad. All good, bro. No worries. No worries. And here we are in a live position. That's it. After Queen takes Rook G1 and he wins. Rook G1 check. There it is. And then resignation. Great job there. Bach with a win. All right, guys. We should have Jacqueline coming on now. Narayan and Bach. Yo, hey, what's up? We have the second.
Jay.
Yo.
There's a break now, right?
Yeah, there's a break now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a break now. So we're waiting for Jacqueline to join, so you guys can you can go, you know, stand up, use the restroom, water, whatever. Be back in a few minutes here as we wait for her to join the Zoom call now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, King Me, what up? Yo, what's going on, King Me? Salute, Bach. So he hype for Bach, bro. Got the Bach energy. Waiting for Jacqueline. So I did. Let me actually tell the back end. We did send it out to her. So we're waiting for her. Waiting for her. Guys, if you have any questions for Jacqueline, who is a expert, she's an expert on the product Mental Athlete itself. If you got any questions, definitely put them in chat. As we're gonna be talking to her. I got some questions myself for her. So if you have anything you want to ask, that'd be great. We'll get it over to her. We brought her on before, but some of you haven't talked to her at all. So let's go, guys. And get your free bottle too, man. What you doing, Chet? Get your free bottle. Come on. Order your free bottle. I'll put it actually on my socials too as well. If you guys are on socials, Instagram is literally going crazy. Like, I mean, Instagram always snaps. Shout out to you guys on IG. Okay. Oh, there she is. Jacqueline is here. We'll wait for the players to come back first, and then I'll bring her in. Jacqueline is here, though. So we're going to wait for players to come back. There's 2 games left in the match, but it's a must-win situation for Naranjan playing against Benjamin Bach. Really strong, really tough to beat. Really tough. Let me get my questions for Jacqueline. Okay, got my questions ready to go. If you have anything, let us know. We can get over to Jacqueline here. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're just waiting for them to come back. Then we're going to bring her on, ask some questions, and then get back to the match here at the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship. Guys, this is the quarterfinals. This is the second match of the quarterfinals. So, oops, let's move this out the way. If you have any questions for Jacqueline, let us know, guys. All right, Benjamin Bach up a game. 1.5 to 1/2. First to 2.5 wins the match. It's a 4-game match. Four-game match. Bach up. First game, if you missed it, with Bach was a draw. Naranjan played very well, actually. ABNS says, hello, Canty. What's up, dog? What's good? How are you? Welcome to the stream. We are here. It's the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship. Long time no see on Kick. Yeah, I haven't been over there in a minute. Sometimes I'll watch Hikaru streams on Kick. Doing good. How about you, bro? I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. Feeling good. Life's good. Very blessed. So, yes, sir, man. What you doing on Twitch? What are you doing on Twitch? You be over here? Yeah, I haven't been on Kick in a while. At least streaming, I haven't. Yeah, I'm here and there. Okay, cool, bro. All right, dog. Man, good to have you, big dog. You know, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hey, we got the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship. We are giving out free bottles too as well. Click the link in chat, bro, and get you some free merch, dude. I made some free bottles. What I mean. I'll have to bring her up. Dubs, you already know, dude. Get you a free bottle. You in the U.S.? ABN? ABN? ABNs? You know, Algeria. Oh, that's going to be tough. Do you have anyone in the U.S.? Okay, I'm gonna bring her on right now. I had to do some back end work. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. Good to have you.
How goes the tournament?
Tournament is great. We're in the quarterfinals now.
Ooh, okay.
Yes, we are in the quarterfinals.
That's where it gets exciting, right?
Yes, it gets exciting. Your camera is not there either. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, it will be. Hold on.
There we go.
It is now.
Sweet.
There we go. Hi.
Perfect. Awesome. So,
Excellent.
yeah, so we got you there. So, yeah, we're in the quarterfinals now, and this is Bach is back too. Okay, cool. We got one player back. We got some questions, some new questions actually too as well.
Oh, I love new questions. I hope I can answer them.
Haha,
I gotta try and
yes.
pretend I'm smart here at the end of the week.
That's funny. So let's actually go through some of the questions we went through before for people that didn't know and people that don't know anything about anything. And then I have some new questions too as well that I wanted to kind of bounce off of. So, Jacqueline, tell them a little bit about you. Who are you, Jacqueline? Where is Jacqueline? Like, what is she doing? You know, so you and the product and et cetera, things like that.
Yeah, really quick. I'll keep it super short. By training, I'm a doctor. So way back when, probably before any of these players in this tournament were born, I had a medical practice once upon a time. And then I left medical practice about 25 years ago and started a business in the natural products and dietary supplement industry. And in the course of 25 years, I have consulted all across the industry with ingredient companies, with contract manufacturers, with brands. I actually became an owner and built my own brand that I sold back in 2010. And I've spent some time in some pretty prominent companies. Probably the most recent one is the one people know best, which was a company called Thorne. And for Thorne, I originally ran research and development, and then I was chief research officer there. And after we took that company public in 2021, I came back to consulting. So these days, most of my work sits at what I tell people is sort of the intersection of science, innovation, and business development, and really with companies of all shapes and sizes. So that's how I got here.
Sweet. And what is your role at Mental Athlete?
Yeah, I'm an advisor. So I think I started working with and advising Caleb and Mental Athlete just shortly after they sort of were forming the idea and putting the company together. So
awesome, great to have you as an advisor. So now advise us on what is a nootropic and why should chess players be interested in nootropics?
Yes, nootropic is a compound, and it can be anything. Sometimes it's a nutrient, sometimes it's an herb, sometimes it's something that comes from an animal or a vegetable or mineral. But generally speaking, they are substances that support the health and function of your brain in some way, either for the support of memory or mental energy or focus or overall cognition or just kind of the general like function and vitality of your brain and optimizing brain chemistry.
Okay, and how is Mental Athlete different from an energy drink or caffeine?
Yeah, caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant. So we do think of caffeine as a nootropic. I would like to clarify it falls into that category, but it's also a stimulant. So, in as much as it can give you, short bursts of energy, and for some people that does translate to more mental energy and stamina and more functionality. It also has the drawbacks of being a stimulant. So that means that in some number of people, it can make them jittery and give them some anxiety. It also acts, kind of speeds up everything else in your body. So there's sometimes some digestive side effects that go along with caffeine, or just simply it acts a little bit as a diuretic, so you may just find yourself for all kinds of reasons in the bathroom a little bit more. So the nice thing about the nootropics that are in the mental athlete formula is that they are not stimulants like caffeine. So you can get many of the benefits for sort of amplifying brain function, but without the drawbacks of having a stimulant.
One of my favorite ingredients in the product is Sage Extra. So, talk to us
Yeah.
about, yeah, what is Sage Extra and how is it different from regular sage?
I love this product. So Sage Extras kind of starts as regular sage. This is true of a lot of our herbal extracts that we put into natural products. They may start as even the same thing in your kitchen, like sage or rosemary, or turmeric, right?
Yeah.
But we take those and we put them through processes usually that we call extraction, where we are concentrating and pulling out key chemicals within the plant, which we call bioactives. So in this case, we're pulling out some things like rosmarinic acid and cineol, and some of the compounds that grow naturally in this plant that we know have benefits for the brain, particularly for balancing some brain chemistry. So we have some balance for the neurotransmitters are in the brain, which are the chemicals that basically are responsible for all your thought processes and memory formation and all of those things, as well as helping with things like blood flow in the brain, which is also obviously very important for, for how your brain functions and how you feel when you're using your brain for certain kinds of activities.
So this tablet is like a super tablet because we have L-theanine in it too as well, which
Yep,
I really like
yep,
too, and I know it helps
yep.
with like my me being calm and focus. So how does L-theanine help? How does it help with focus? In fact.
Yeah, theanine is really great. It's an amino acid, so it's a very natural compound that we find it in tea and a bunch of other plants, but we think about it mostly in green tea, and it works in the brain in a couple of different ways, to really do exactly what you just said, James. It sort of makes people feel both simultaneously more alert and more calm, which is great if you're trying to focus on a task that really needs you to be mentally sharp, but also where you want your thoughts to be able to be sort of steady. So, what it's been shown to do in studies is increase what we call alpha wave activity in the brain, which is the brainwave pattern that is responsible for that wonderful feeling of feeling sort of, what we might call in the zone, is what a lot of people call that feeling of
Yeah.
saying, I feel, like I'm in the zone. I can think really clearly, but I'm calm and I'm got steady sort of focus. Um, Other studies with theanine have shown it does that by really balancing a broad set of those brain chemicals or neurotransmitters, particularly things like GABA, which is our naturally kind of calming neurotransmitter in the brain, but also serotonin and dopamine. So you get that overall sense of feeling relaxed but not tired and able to sort of do deep, steady concentration.
This is amazing. So I'm actually going to ask you one more question, and then we're going to go to Baka
Sure.
and Naranyan, who are
All
watching
right.
in the Zoom as well, to see if the players will be able to take the product, what they feel, and et cetera, any questions they may have too as well. So next is, does mental athlete help with memory?
Yeah, well, the ingredients in it have been shown to be helpful for the balancing the chemistries that are responsible for how we form memory. So probably the most important one there is one that you didn't ask me about yet, but is the acetylcholine,
Yes.
that's in this product. And acetylcholine is a form of choline, which has been shown to be particularly active in the brain. And that choline is a building block for acetylcholine, another one of our brain chemicals, which is the one really most responsible for what we think of as kind of memory formation and how we access memory.
Okay, awesome. So I'm gonna ask you real quick. Hey, Naranjan, were you able to take the product, and did you feel any effects or anything like that? Talk to us a little bit. Did you have any questions for Jacqueline as well?
Yeah, I did take it before the game. I would say it's like really nice to have a product that is able to help me focus during chess games. It's probably one of my biggest problems, especially during tournaments where you have to focus for like 5, 6 hours on end.
A lot.
Um, yeah, so I'd say it's really helpful. It has helped me focus a little bit, and I'm happy it exists.
Sweet.
Cool. Yeah, somebody asked us the other day, they said, they kind of were asking, like, isn't this a product that what old people would take? And I'm like, I think that it really depends on how you use your brain, right? Like, if you have
Yeah,
to sit and focus for 5 or 6 hours, that's a lot for anybody at any age to sit and like have that kind of mental focus, right? Like, it's
yeah, like
probably
it's
challenging if you're 10 or 15 or 50, right?
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's like very easy to get tired during chess games, so
I
like it's very helpful to have.
I can only imagine. I don't know that I could play chess if that's what it took, honestly.
Send you my card, Jacqueline. We'll talk. We'll get you into some
Okay.
lessons. So,
All right.
Benjamin Bach, do you have any questions for our scientist, Jacqueline, or our expert in mental athlete?
Yeah, Jacqueline, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, do you have any advice for chess players or anyone else as to how they should go about staying focused for many hours on end, whether that's during chess games or study sessions or work?
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of that is stuff you've probably heard before, but like, the top of the list is always what you're doing, probably when you're not playing chess, right?
Mm,
Is making sure you're really taking care of your body is taking care of your brain, right? This is
yeah.
something I tell people all the time. And probably the most important things you can just be doing outside of playing chess are making sure that you are eating a really healthy diet, getting good sleep because your brain cannot function well if you don't get good sleep. That's something we could talk about all day long. And really the nutrients that we get, whether they're in a supplement like Mental Athlete or they're just in our diet, are what really continue to nourish your whole body, which includes your brain, and make sure that it's working optimally. And that's been shown over and over again in big population studies. And then the other things that go into that, getting regular exercise, keeping your overall other stress levels down, right? Because stress is not very good for our brains, and the more that we can keep it managed, the better it is. So, a supplement like Mental Athlete really should be thought of as being additive in benefit to what we're sort of trying to do most of the time in our lives to just keep the kind of balance that helps us stay mentally sharp, not just for chess but really for everything. It's what contributes to having a healthy brain you know when you're much older than you are now. So
Thank you, Jacqueline. Now, okay, this is it. Last one is
oh,
Jacqueline. I'm
okay.
a chess player and I don't
Yes.
know anything about this product. Why should I buy it? Give it
Yes.
to me in like 20, 30 seconds. Why should I get this product? What's so good about it? I'm a chess player. I need to know and tell me what that is.
Yeah, well, I think this is, a set of ingredients that were specifically curated for the benefits that, these mental athletes would need, right? So to help contribute to overall brain function and clarity and focus and attention, but without the drawbacks of the things that are typically marketed for that space, which are usually kind of heavy on the caffeine and other stimulants, which I think, particularly in a game like chess, which I did not know almost anything about until I came into this role. But it seems like, this is definitely not a case where you want those stimulant side effects because they can really probably interfere with your ability to concentrate and focus. And it's different if you're an athlete out on a field and you're going to be running around all day, then some of that stimulant effect can be great. But if you need to sit and pay attention and have that sort of acute mental focus, that's really what this product was built for.
Acute mental focus. That's sharp. I like that a lot. Benjamin Bach, did you have any more questions?
Um, And yeah, well, I think we covered a lot of ground. Lots of great questions. Let me think. Yeah, how many of these should people take a day?
Yeah, I think the labeled dose is the correct dose. I think it's labeled for 2 tablets a day. And that's based on the studied dosage of the ingredients. So I know we live in a culture here sometimes in North America where people always think more is better, but in this case, I would say sticking with the labeled dose of the product is the best choice.
Thank you for that. And Naranya, anything else from you?
Um, Not really. I am like really wondering, you might have addressed this, but do you need to take it multiple times for it to really take effect, or is it okay the first time you take it?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of both. That's a good question. So, particularly the sage extract that's in this product is designed to have a pretty fast onset, meaning that studies have shown that people can feel the effects of it in 30 to 60 minutes, which is really quick. But there's also benefit of many of these ingredients, particularly the citicoline, has long-term effects. So you get a better effect from it if you're taking it consistently over a longer period of time.
Okay,
So it's
thank
a little
you.
bit of both. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Good questions.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Okay, I think that's enough for now. We need to get more bottles out. They're giving them for free right now, Jacqueline. Did you know
Oh,
that? We
amazing.
actually are
Go get
getting,
some for free.
yeah, free bottles are out right now. It's incredible. Of
Okay.
course, we don't have a lot of these, so we're giving them out for free right now for people that want to even try the product. So thank you so much, Jacqueline, for today. We learned a
All right.
lot, and this will be going on YouTube too as well. So you can
Cool.
watch it
Oh,
back and
good.
stuff
Let
like
me know.
that.
Let
So
me know when that happens. I'll go check out what everyone else says too, because there was a bunch of other really fun people speaking, I think, during this tournament. So,
amazing.
good luck, everybody. This sounds like you're in the final phases of the tournament. So,
Quarterfinals. That's right.
quarterfinals. Good luck.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
All right, Bach and Ryan, you guys are good to finish the match. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, James.
No problem.
All right, everyone.
Bach is streaming. He has all right, everyone. That's Bach. What's up, Bach? Let me turn this off. Turn these back on. Okay, and we're back. We are back. That was a lot, guys. I learned so much. Like, it's just incredible, the stuff that we just talked about there, guys. Hopefully you learned something too as well, and why, and then even Bach and Ryan asking questions there. That's awesome to know. For me, I actually do take my 2 dosages per day. The recommended, which is 2 tablets every 6 hours. So usually I do mine around 9:30ish, right when the market is opening. For my traders out there in the morning, and usually with my other supplements like creatine and like some protein shake and a good breakfast, right? And then 4:30ish, take the second one. I know because I do this every day. I've been taking the product for months now, and I love it. And that's what the focus that I have, the mental clarity that I have. I'm sharper in everything that I generally do, and it helps. It really helps, guys. So definitely get your free bottle right here in chat. Boom, right there. Get your free bottle. All right, so back to the chess here. Bach is a game away from clinching his ticket into the semis. As he's in the quarters here, 2.5, first to 2.5 wins the match. He starts with an English opening, which becomes, this is English. But he's a Catalan type of player too as well. And F6 was really strong, actually bolstering the center a little bit. Knight to C3, good move. Maybe Rook C1. You got E3 too. Queen C1, that is an interesting move. Maybe Rook D1 on that. Yeah, Queen C1, Rook D1. This must be some theory. It's definitely some type of theory. Maybe D4, Knight B5 we can already see coming. Knight E4 or Knight C5 too is another thing. Yeah, I mean, what I like about the English is like you don't know what you're gonna get. Like, you don't know what you're gonna get sometimes, especially with this Queen C1, Rook D1 idea. From white side, definitely like this type of position. But black, I mean, it's not bad. Like, you got your pieces developed, and then the queen coming off the back rank, maybe Queen D7, Maybe this way, though, if I'm being honest. Or like queen e8, just to get off of this whole thing. d4 is really strong, though. So he goes knight to d5. This knight was offsides anyway, in a way. Knight takes e5, no good. Knight takes d5, not really the fan of it. d4, that is a move. A lot of mass trades would happen in the center, I think. d4, knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes, and then maybe rook or bishop takes right here like this. This would be a long diagonal type of thing. He's considering if he should go d4 or not. Naranjan is in a must-win situation, though. And he did. He go for the d4 move, which of course is why we put the rook on d1. He takes it. Yeah, I figured this would happen. You could take with the bishop or the queen. Queen takes is definitely a move. Maybe you go queen takes. Bishop takes or queen takes, chat? What do you think? Okay, you take it with the queen. Yeah, it's too late. The answer. Whoa, e4. I was not expecting that move. d5 is the first move that jumps out to me. But I don't see a follow-up after here. Maybe you go knight h4. It's a crazy pin going on. f5? Oh, you can't. That's mate. Yeah, d5 is really interesting. d5... I don't know. Do we play it? d5, bishop takes, knight h4. My idea here is bishop takes e4. With the pin on the d file. Yeah, I think d5 is really strong. And I think, and knowing Bach, he's gonna find it. I think he's gonna play d5. You see him calculating right now as well. d5, I think, is a really strong move. Follow up with knight h4. It's hard because the queen... There it is. He finds it. d5 is really strong because after bishop takes, you move the knight to h4. And the reason why not d2 is because the idea here is this whole problem with the bishop being pinned down to the queen. So knight h4, knight f5. Well, bishop takes e4 is an idea too. This is the biggest idea. Bishop takes, knight h4, threatening bishop takes e4 with the pin here. d5 was an incredible move, really strong. He takes it. He might even go knight g5. I mean, it's a little extra, but knight g5 is a cool move, playing on the fact that this is mate. But no, knight h4 was better because there is a bishop b4. And there it is. Knight h4 is on the board. You can't play f5 because queen takes is mate. He's also threatening bishop takes. So what about bishop b4? This is actually a move. Maybe I go queen, he goes for it. Queen c2, now we could go f5. Maybe a3. Weirdly enough, it works, but it doesn't, huh? That's kind of crazy. Bishop attacking the queen. Where do we go? Queen c2, but f5 can now be played. Or can it? Can you still take anyway and go to do this? Not really. Wait, no, this would be check. Can you do this? That's scary. Can he play f5, boys? What do you think? I think he can. He does. f5. Let's see what happens. This is a spicy game. Very spicy game. Also, the knight is trapped. So g5, which is a risky move, would win the knight, though. Very risky move in g5. The question is, what do we do, though? a3, maybe rook d2 and try to do this. Bishop e7 is a real move. I don't know. I think Vintakesh Narayan was able to kind of swindle out of this one. In fact, his name is Epic Swindler. That's his username. So I don't know. I think he's figuring this one out. It's not as easy as it once was there. I thought he could take this. Knight takes f5. Remember we talked about this. Rook takes, bishop takes. So what happens on rook g5? Is he going h4? h4 g4? This is getting crazy. What? Let's see what happens. Rook takes, bishop takes, rook g5. h4, rook h5. g4. Man, that is crazy. No, that don't work. Queen h4 wins. Maybe. Ooh. Okay, let's do the run it again. Rook takes, bishop takes, rook g5, h4. Oh, maybe he could just do the simple one, right, guys? Bishop takes. Oops, sorry. That is not the move. When he moves the rook, bishop takes, rook takes, queen c4, knight e7, e4. It works out. It works out. He doesn't have to go too crazy here. Yeah, so now he can just take. Bishop takes d5, rook takes, queen c4, knight e7, e4. Pins everything. Pins everything down. I didn't know that you broadcast and Bach and Mitcast are playing. Yeah, what's up, Hubie? What's going on, man? We posted on all the socials. It's on my Instagram right now. Nice too as well. Governor Curse says other bishop hangs. The problem is our rook hangs though. Knight e7, queen takes, and then rook takes rook. Ouch. GG. So you have to go e4. Yeah, it's everywhere. Everywhere here. Everywhere. We got the Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship, the Invitational. Welcome. We are in the quarterfinals. We're in the quarterfinals, guys. Get a free bottle too as well on the house. Free bottle. Boom. I got bottles all around the house. Taking them every day. Got ingredients on the back. Can y'all read the back of that? I guess you kind of can. Kind of. See the ingredients on there? Yeah, it's very real out here. It's very real. It's very real. He went bishop f3. So he didn't go for this idea. Oh, b5. That's why. I see what he went for. I was like, why didn't he go for this? Something he saw. If we look at it again, bishop takes, rook takes, queen c4, knight e7, e4. There's b5, which really sucks. Would you send a link to this product? I have to check it out. Hubie, right here, dude. Stop playing, Hubie. Go ahead. Get you a free bottle before they go. Click the link in chat. mentalathlete.gg/GMCanty. Go in there right now. Get you a free bottle. Tell your friends and family too. What's up, mate agent? What's going on, bro? Let's start. This is oh no, mate agent. That is incorrect. What's up, dude? Hope all is well. Yeah, check it out for yourself, bro. Get a free bottle and then let me know what you think afterwards. Click the link, bro. mentalathlete.gg/GMCanty. It's in the chat. Get a free bottle, and then we'll come back and have this conversation. H4 now, maybe. Rook at 5 now, maybe. Yeah, but then he can take. Oh, wait. Rook at 5 we can take. Okay, so then it's H4. Rook at 5, queen takes. I'm going to try it. I already know, mate agent. Listen, I use it every day. Twice a day. Not playing out here, bro. Not playing. I take my cognitive health so serious, bro. So serious. So 100% into nootropics, and this one is next level with the sage extra, the L-theanine, and the cognizant in it. is literally a cheat code in a way for your brain. Rook f5, queen takes f5. Yeah, h4 was really strong. Let's see. I don't see any reaction from Naranjan. He doesn't seem happy though. He's not like, you know, leaning into the screen or like super happy about it, which is, you know, normal and makes total sense because the position isn't the greatest. You take it right before a classical match. I would highly recommend it, bro. I actually trade in the futures markets. For me, I take it before I'm about to play chess games, before I'm about to study, and before anything. Before you need intense focus, basically. Whenever you need intense focus, that is the absolute best time to take it. Usually 30 minutes before. It depends on, you know, how it's accumulated to your body already. So if you've been taking it already, it can act a little bit faster. If not, which he sacked his queen here. Is that he's to take the rook? No, he's just winning. Pawn takes rook is winning. I trade futures in the foreign exchange market. So for me, you know, I take it in the mornings, and then I'll wait around usually 4:30, 5 o'clock ish p.m. Eastern time is when I take my second dosage. You take 2 a day. How long does it last? It's actually incredible. 5 to 6 hours usually is how it is. So that's why it's that 6-hour dosage thing, which makes sense because usually 5-6 hours, which is equivalent to, you know, when you're playing an OTB match. Sometimes those games go 5-6 hours, sometimes a little bit more. I thought I could check here, but then I just realized this was a move. So he sacked his queen. Oh, but he sacked it back and says, I got the exchange. He's feeling good. And Bach's just up in exchange. It's like Bach is going to win. He's just up in exchange. You can also read the science on there too, Mate Agent. There's a science page, which is really awesome. So you get to read the science and what goes into making the product, the ingredients in it, and get a free bottle on the house too as well. Rook e7 is the potential next move here. Attacking c7 and g7 at the same time. Resignation! Oh, Naranjan goes down. GG's. Bach is the winner. GG's, boys. Good stuff.
GG's.
GG's. So you can now you can talk chess and you're good to go. When you are ready, congratulations, Bach.
All right, nice
Thank you,
job.
Canty. Yep. Thanks for the games.
Thanks.
And good luck.
Good luck. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. All right. But yeah, thanks, James, for hosting, and see you next round.
No problem, dude. Hey, congrats, and I'll see you next time, bro.
See you next time.
Right.
Thank you.
Bach is the winner of his quarterfinal match. He is going to the semis. He's going to the semis. Let's take a look at that bracket actually over here. That is not the right scene. Here we go. Round of 16 already happened. And then you got the quarterfinals. And then after the quarters, you got the semis where Bach has punched his ticket. I think Caden Trough has too. So I don't know where he is in that bracket there. We're going to have to look around and, figure out where that is. But Caden Trough, I know, is in the semis as well. So we got Caden Trough. You got Grandmaster Benjamin Bach. And we have some other quarterfinals coming up. Tomorrow is a break, I think. I think we're off tomorrow. And then we're back on Sunday and the other days. So semifinals is up next. And then the final. Guys, Mental Athlete Rapid Chess Championship. It is going down, okay? We are in the last final matches here of players using the product, players playing their hearts out and using the best of their cognitive abilities. Get you a free bottle because they're going out like wildfire every day. Very fast. Get them before they're gone because we can't give them all away for free, obviously, but we can give some away. So get you a free bottle right now at mentalathlete.gg/GMCanty. I use it all the time, twice a day. So we'll be streaming tonight. In about 2 hours, we'll be coming back on just to hang out with you guys and talk chess. And we have a sponsor, Chess AI type of thing. So we're going to be working with that. We're going to be talking Mental Athlete and Chess AI and some other stuff. So we'll see you guys later tonight on the next stream. And then we're off tomorrow for Mental Athlete, the Rapid Chess Championship. So we think we're back on Sunday and Monday and the rest of the week. So you make sure you guys are there for that. In the meantime, again, grab the product. Here's my socials. I'm posting all on the socials: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Not really on Twitter, and but Twitch too as well. So Instagram, YouTube, definitely on Instagram. I'm posting every day, so you guys can see that. Thanks for being part of the stream. If you got the product already, let me know how you're liking it, how you're using it, and if you haven't got product already, use the link in chat one more time: mentalathlete.gg/GMCanty. I'll put it in here before we go. Guys, you have a great one. Take care of yourself and take care of your cognitive health, right? Definitely working for your brain there, the Sage Extra, the Cognizant, the L-theanine, all together. Super tablet. Go get you one, especially for free right now. Click the link in chat. I'll see you guys on the next one.